5-minute daily habit to keep your body flexible. Part 1. Why flexibility matters after 50. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, or if you're joining us for the first time, I'm so happy you're here. Today, we're diving into something that I think a lot of us over 50 can relate to: staying flexible. Now, I don't mean doing backflips or touching your toes like you're auditioning for a gymnastics team, though if you can, more power to you. I'm talking about that everyday flexibility that lets you bend down to tie your shoes, reach for something on a high shelf, or get out of bed without feeling like a rusty hinge. And the best part? You can keep that flexibility alive with just 5 minutes a day. Yep, 5 minutes. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's talk about why this matters and how it can fit into your life. Let's start with a little moment of honesty. A few years back, I noticed something. Getting up from the couch wasn't as smooth as it used to be. My knees would groan, my back would stiffen, and I'd think, well, I guess this is just what happens after 50. But then I met my friend Clara. She's 68 and she moves like she's 40. I asked her what her trick was, and she said, I stretch every day. Just a little bit, but I never skip it. That stuck with me, because as we age, our muscles and joints naturally tighten up. It's not our fault, it's just biology. After 50, we lose a bit of elasticity, and if we sit too much or skip movement, that stiffness creeps in. But here's the good news. We can push back against it, and it doesn't take hours of effort. Why does flexibility matter so much now? Well, think about your day-to-day life. Maybe you're gardening, playing with grandkids, or carrying groceries. Those little movements, bending, twisting, reaching, they all depend on a body that's willing to cooperate. When you're flexible, those tasks feel easier, and you're less likely to pull something or wake up sore. I remember chatting with my neighbor, Ed, who's 62. He told me he used to dread picking up his golf bag because his lower back would complain. Then he started doing a few simple stretches, and now he's back on the course swinging away. It's not about being perfect. It's about feeling good in the body you've got. But there's more to it than just comfort. Staying flexible can actually keep you safer. After 50, balance becomes a bigger deal. Maybe you've noticed a little wobble when you stand up too fast. Tight muscles make that worse, and that's where falls come in. I don't want to scare you, but falls are one of the top reasons people our age end up in the hospital. The good news? Flexibility helps your body stay nimble so you can catch yourself if you trip. It's like giving your joints and muscles a little extra support, a safety net for everyday life. And let's not forget how it feels. Have you ever stretched after sitting for a while and thought, oh, that's nice? That's your body thanking you. Flexibility isn't just physical, it lifts your mood. 2. When you move a little, even for 5 minutes, you loosen up that tension you didn't even know you were holding. I've had days where I'm stressed. Maybe it's bills or family stuff, and just a quick stretch makes me feel lighter. There's science behind that. Gentle movement boosts blood flow and tells your brain to relax. So in a way, it's a 2-for-1 deal. Your body and your mind both win. Now, I know what you might be thinking. 5 minutes? Can that really make a difference? I wondered the same thing. But here's the secret. It's not about how long you spend. It's about doing it every day. Consistency beats intensity every time, especially as we get older. You don't need a gym or a yoga class. Just a few minutes in your living room, kitchen, wherever you are. And that's what we're going to explore next. What those 5 minutes can look like and why they're so doable. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back with the details. Part 2. What 5 minutes can do. Welcome back. We just talked about why flexibility matters after 50, how it keeps us moving, safe, and feeling good, and I hope you're starting to see how powerful a small habit can be. Now, let's get into the heart of it. What can 5 minutes a day actually do for you? Because I get it. 5 minutes sounds short, almost too simple. But trust me, it's enough to change the game, and I'm going to show you how. Picture this. It's morning, you've just finished your coffee, and you decide to give this a try. You stand up, roll your shoulders a bit, maybe reach your arms up like you're waking up your whole body. That's it, that's your start. You don't need to be a fitness guru or know fancy moves. The beauty of a 5-minute habit is that it's so easy you can't talk yourself out of it. And over time, those little moments add up to something big. I've seen it in myself. After a month of stretching every day, I could bend down to grab something off the floor without that old twinge in my back. It's not dramatic, but it's real. So what's happening in those 5 minutes? First, you're waking up your muscles. After 50, if we don't move them regularly, they get stiff like a rubber band that's been sitting in a drawer too long. A quick stretch reminds them to stay loose, to keep their range of motion. Take your hamstrings, for example, those muscles at the back of your legs. They tighten up from sitting, and that can make your lower back ache. Just a gentle stretch, holding it for 20 or 30 seconds, tells them, hey, relax, we're still in business. And the more you do it, the more they listen. Then there's your joints. I used to think stiffness was just part of getting older. My knees would crack, my shoulders would feel locked. But a doctor friend of mine explained it's not inevitable. Joints need movement to stay lubricated. There's this fluid inside them that keeps things smooth, and sitting all day dries it up. 5 minutes of gentle stretching gets that fluid flowing again. It's like oiling a door hinge. Suddenly, everything moves better. I've got a buddy, Sue, who's 59. She started doing a quick stretch every afternoon, and she swears her knees don't complain as much when she climbs stairs now. And here's the kicker. Those 5 minutes don't just help the spots you stretch. They help your whole body. When your hips loosen up, your back feels better. When your shoulders relax, your neck doesn't ache. It's all connected. I remember talking to a physical therapist who said, think of your body like a chain. One tight link pulls everything out of whack. 5 minutes keeps that chain flexible, so you're not fighting yourself every time you move. But it's not just about the physical payoff, there's a mental side, too. I found that those 5 minutes become a little ritual, a moment to breathe. Life after 50 can get hectic. Maybe you're juggling grandkids, work, or just keeping the house running. Pausing to stretch feels like hitting reset. You focus on your body, your breath, and for those few minutes, the world slows down. One viewer, Mark, told me he does his stretches at night and calls it his wind down time. He's 64 and he says it helps him sleep better too, less tossing and turning. The best part? You don't need to be flexible to start. I could barely touch my knees, let alone my toes. But that's the point. You begin where you are and 5 minutes meets you there. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. And over weeks, months, you'll notice the difference. Maybe you can reach a little farther or stand a little taller. It's quiet, steady change. So now that we know what 5 minutes can do, you're probably wondering, okay, but what do I actually do? That's exactly what we're diving into next. Simple moves you can try, no equipment needed. Stay with me, we're building this habit together. Part 3, your 5-minute flexibility routine. Hey there, welcome back. We've covered why flexibility matters and what 5 minutes a day can do for your body and mind. Now, let's get practical because knowing all this is great, but it's the doing that counts. I'm going to walk you through a simple 5-minute routine you can start today. No fancy gear, no complicated poses, just easy moves that anyone over 50 can try, whether you're a total beginner or you've got some experience. Ready? Let's make this fun and doable. First things first, you don't need a big setup. I do this in my living room, sometimes in my pajamas, because why not? All you need is a spot where you can stand and move your arms a bit. If you've got a chair nearby, that's a bonus, but it's not a must. And if something feels off, say your balance isn't great or your back's acting up, go slow and listen to your body. This is about feeling good, not pushing too hard. Let's start with your neck and shoulders, those spots that tighten up from sitting or stress. Stand up, take a deep breath, and gently roll your shoulders back a few times, like you're shrugging off the day. Then, tilt your head to one side, ear toward your shoulder, and hold it for about 20 seconds. You'll feel a little stretch along your neck, nothing intense, just a nice release. Switch sides, and that's a minute down already. I do this every morning, and it's like waking up my upper body. If you've got grandkids climbing on you or you're hauling laundry, looser shoulders make a difference. Next, let's open up your chest and back. Clasp your hands behind you. If that's tough, hold a towel or scarf between them, and gently lift your arms a little. You'll feel your chest stretch and your spine straighten. Hold it for 20 or 30 seconds, breathing nice and slow. I used to slouch a lot, years at a desk will do that, but this move helps me stand taller. It's simple, but it's a game changer for posture. Plus, it feels good after hours of sitting or driving. Now, let's move to your hips and legs. Step 1, foot forward into a little lunge. Not deep, just enough to feel it in your hip. Keep your back straight, hands on your hips or the chair if you need steadying, and hold for 20 seconds. Switch legs, and you're loosening up those hips that get tight from sitting. I learned this from my friend Tony. He's 66 and says it's why he can still chase his dog around the yard. After that, try a gentle hamstring stretch. Put one foot on a low step or just extend it forward. Bend slightly at the hip and reach toward your knee. Not your toes, no pressure. Hold, switch, and that's another minute or two. Finally, let's wake up your whole body. Stand with your feet apart. Reach your arms up like you're grabbing the sky. Then slowly bend side to side, like a tree swaying in the wind. Do this for 30 seconds or so, and feel everything stretch from your waist to your fingertips. I love this one. It's my I'm alive move. By now, you've hit 5 minutes, maybe a little over, and your body's thanking you. That's it. Shoulders, chest, hips, legs, a full body stretch, all in 5 minutes. You can mix it up, skip one, add another, whatever feels right. The key is to keep it simple and short so it fits your day. I've done this before breakfast, during a TV break, even waiting for the kettle to boil. One viewer, Janet, told me she stretches while her coffee brews. Talk about multitasking. At 61, she says she's bending down to garden without groaning now. And here's a tip, breathe. It sounds obvious, but slow, deep breaths make these stretches work better. They relax you, get oxygen to your muscles, and turn 5 minutes into a mini break. If you're stiff at first, don't worry, I wasn't flexible when I started either. It's not about how far you go. It's about showing up. So that's your routine, easy, quick, yours to tweak. But how do you make it stick? That's what we're wrapping up with next, real tips and stories to keep you going. Don't go anywhere. Part 4, making it stick and seeing the rewards. Welcome to the final part. Thanks for sticking with me. We've talked about why flexibility matters, what 5 minutes can do, and a simple routine to try. Now, let's tie it all together. How to make this a habit and what you'll gain from it. Because after 50, we deserve habits that feel good and work for us, right? Let's finish strong. Making this stick starts with one word: easy. 5 minutes is short for a reason. You're busy. I'm busy. Life doesn't slow down. So pick a time that's already yours. I do mine right after brushing my teeth. It's automatic now, like part of the routine. Maybe for you, it's after lunch, before bed, whenever you've got a quiet moment. Peg it to something you already do, and it's less about willpower and more about flow. My cousin Linda, 57, stretches during her evening news. She's up to 7 minutes now because it feels so good. And keep it fun. Put on music, maybe some Motown or whatever gets you smiling. I've got Ain't No Mountain High Enough on repeat some days. Or do it with someone. A spouse, a friend, even a pet watching you. My cat stares at me like I'm nuts, but it's company. If you miss a day, no guilt. Just jump back in. Consistency matters, but perfection doesn't. I skipped a week once when I was sick, started again, and my body picked up right where it left off. Now, the rewards, what's in it for you? Take Sarah, a subscriber who's 63. She started this habit 6 months ago after hip pain slowed her down. 5 minutes a day, nothing fancy. Now, she's walking farther, sleeping better, and says she feels less creaky. Or Jim, 70, who emailed me. He stretches every morning and swears he's steadier on his feet. No more wobbling getting out of his chair. These aren't miracles. They're what happens when you give your body a little love every day. For me, it's the small wins. I can grab a jar off the top shelf without a twinge. I sleep without that tight shoulder feeling. And honestly, it's a mood lifter. 5 minutes of stretching feels like a gift to myself. You might notice that, too. Maybe you'll bend easier, stand taller, or just feel more awake. It's not about turning back time. It's about making now better. So here's my challenge. Try it. Today, tomorrow, whenever you're watching, just 5 minutes. Roll your shoulders, stretch your hips, reach up. See how it feels. If you like it, do it again tomorrow. That's how it starts. Drop a comment. Tell me how it went, where you stretched, anything. I read them all, and I'd love to cheer you on. Thanks for being here. If this helped, hit like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. maybe after a stretch of my own. Take care, and here's to staying flexible.